What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video with Laced by J5. As you can see, we've got two Tesla Cybertrucks behind us, both recently wrapped here at Laced by J5. So we thought it'd be a perfect time to tell you about 5 things that you should know if you're thinking about wrapping your Cybertruck.
I just wanted to run it up, yeah. And I got the big truck, yeah. Caught the Jag 200 on the dash. I'm just speaking big facts. I ain't even signed a deal yet. I ain't even missed a meal yet. I'm eating good cause I'm still fake.
First of all, let's talk about the different film types available if you're thinking about wrapping your Cybertruck. We've gotten a lot of inquiries from people thinking about doing this, and they're all kind of curious about which way to go, vinyl or PPF. And in this case, both of these vehicles are actually wrapped in vinyl, but one of them will be getting PPF applied to the top. So what are the differences? Well, first of all, vinyl is designed for aesthetics only, right? Vinyl is to change the look of your vehicle. It's not designed for protection. Although vinyl offers some level of protection, it's very thin and not designed to withstand rock chips and scratches and things like that. All right. PPF, on the other hand, is a thicker product made out of polyurethane. It's much more stretchy, much more forgiving, and that product is designed to actually protect your vehicle and stop those rocks from chipping your film or your paint, and just offer an excellent level of protection. So vinyl and PPF are your two main options, but the industry is growing, and most recently the new wave is color change PPF. So this is kind of a hybrid film that gives you the best of both worlds. Most of the protection that you can get from a traditional PPF combined with all the amazing color options that you get from going with a vinyl. And so we've got a lot of Tesla Cybertruck owners who are very interested in that product. They want to protect the finish. They don't want to see those rock chips, but at the same time, they want to be able to show their unique style and personality and choose some different colors. So a very good option. Again, both of these are actually vinyl, but the chrome truck will be getting PPF applied over the top. One last note about the film types: 3 to 5 years is your typical lifespan for a vinyl wrap. That depends a lot on how it's kept. You know, do you keep the vehicle relatively clean? Is it garage kept? Things like that are going to help it last longer and look better. PPF, on the other hand, 5 to 10 years is going to be your normal lifespan for that. PPF is a film that's designed to be a long-term application. So keep that in mind. If you just want a color for the time being, or you're looking for that long-term application, that may be a big deciding factor. Typically, vinyl installations are going to be on the cheaper side. PPF installations going to be on the higher side. So you can expect a PPF installation to be as much as double the cost of a typical vinyl installation. So just keep that in mind. All right, number 2. There are a couple different types of installations that different shops may use. So the main thing we're seeing in the industry right now is shaved edges versus wrapped edges. And I'll explain those two a little bit. First of all, shaved edges is going to be the first type of installation. That is where the vinyl will be applied to the face of the vehicle, but all the edges will be shaved and cut clean right to the edge. That means you'll still see the stainless steel color, that silver or gray color, at all the edges of the panel. So edges of doors, edges of fenders, all of that will still have that stainless look. The reason for that is because the stainless steel on the edges is pretty rough and sharp. It's not ideal for wrapping if you just go to the edge. And so some shops are opting to do a nice quick and clean install and just shave those right to the edge. Number 2, you have some shops that are doing wrapped edges. Now, wrapped edges, we're going to have some shops that opt to take the film all the way around the back side of the panel, a 1/4 inch or so. And what that's going to do is ensure that that vinyl holds around that edge, and it's also going to cover up the stainless steel look. So shaved edges may be good for vehicles that are going a very similar color to what the truck already is, or they're lighter colors, whereas your wrapped edges are going to be very good if you're going with a different color like a matte black or any other darker colors where you don't want to see that stainless popping out at you. So in the shop right now, we actually have both of those variations. So on the matte black vehicle, we actually did wrapped edges, so you don't see any of that stainless. But with the chrome wrap, because it's a much thicker film and it's already silver, we opted to go for shaved edges because we think that's going to be better and give us a better look and long-term hold when it comes to the chrome wrap. So both variations right here in our shop. So I encourage you to ask whoever's going to wrap your car what's their plan. Again, shaved edges is probably going to be on the cheaper side when you're quoting these jobs out, and your wrapped edges are going to be on the higher side more than likely. Just takes a little bit more time and attention to detail to do it that way. Lastly, when it comes to the different installation techniques, you're going to have different levels of hardware removal. So we've seen some shops wrap these trucks without removing anything, right? We've seen some go kind of midway and remove all the necessary parts of what we deem to be necessary. So for us, we're typically going to remove the mirrors, the window trim, as well as all of the fender flares on the vehicle. We think that's enough for us to get a nice clean install, full coverage, and not have to worry about anything. I've also seen some shops opting to remove more, going as far as taking off the front panel below the light bar, removing tail lights and things of that nature. That's great too. We don't think it's necessary, but if you want to do it that way, just to make sure that you have 100% full coverage, it looks as much like paint as possible, then that's good. Make sure that whoever is going to install your wrap, you go over that with them. Some owners have concerns about how much removal there's going to be. Some people don't want you to take anything off the car. Some want you to take everything off. So just talk to your installer and find out what their plan is. Number 3, what should you bring to your wrap appointment? The number one thing that you should bring to your wrap appointment is a charged vehicle. When wrapping electric vehicles, we like to make sure that the customer brings the car with as much charge as possible. During the installation process, we have parts off the car. We have doors open, windows up, windows down. All of these things can eat away at that battery. And so it's always a good idea to bring the vehicle with as much charge as you possibly can. It doesn't have to be 100%, but the more charge, the better, just so we don't have to be concerned about the vehicle dying, and you don't have to be concerned about whether it's going to make it to your next destination once you're picking the vehicle up. Also, with what to bring, you want to bring your key card. So this is kind of specific to Teslas. So many Tesla owners use the app to drive their car and start their car, and sometimes they forget to bring that key card with them when they need to pass off possession. So it's definitely going to be best for you to have your key card. In the case that you don't have your key card, I know you can pass a key digitally through the app, but that's not our favorite way to deal with keys. We have a lot of vehicles here sometimes, and we want it to be clear, this key goes with that car. I don't have to worry about if an installer has my phone to be able to get in the car, or if my phone dies or anything like that. So key card is best. Bring your key card, please. Lastly, if you have a mobile charger, it's going to be a good idea to bring that just in case. You never know, and if the vehicle battery actually gets really low, at least we have that option to go ahead and plug it up for you to make sure that there's enough charge for you to get to your next destination. So make sure, don't forget those things. Charged vehicle, bring your key card, and bring your mobile charger if you have one. So now you figured all that out, you're getting your Cybertruck wrapped. What are you going to do afterwards? How do you take care of it? Well, number one recommended way to take care of your wrapped vehicle, and this is for any vehicle, not just Cybertrucks, is going to be hand wash only. Okay, hand wash is the only way that you can guarantee no outside sources are going to start to deteriorate your wrap any faster, or start to lift edges and things like that. Hand wash is safest for all wrapped cars. Some PPF films may be able to withstand a drive-through car wash better than your typical vinyl film, but still not the recommended option, right? Hand wash is best. Even for those painted cars out there, hand wash is best. Hand wash your cars, unless you're just not too worried about the finish being perfect and pristine. If that's the case, then do you. All right, so now I've given you all the good news, and number 5 is maybe consider a little bit of bad news. Most films, especially vinyl, aren't going to be warranted for installation on stainless steel. These films were designed to be installed on OEM painted surfaces for the most part. That does not include stainless steel. There are a few films, notably some print films, that are designed to go on stainless steel, but most of your color change films are not designed with, or that adhesive is not designed with that in mind. So does this mean you shouldn't wrap your Cybertruck? Not necessarily. What it means is that your film will actually bond really, really well to your Cybertruck, which could be a good and bad thing. It's going to be great for while you're driving the vehicle. No worries about it lifting or peeling on you. But 3 to 5 years from now, when you decide maybe you want to trade the vehicle in, maybe you're tired of that color and want to switch to a new color, it may require more labor to get the film removed off of the vehicle. There may be some adhesive left behind. We're not quite sure yet. You know, these vehicles are brand new, and we don't wrap a lot of stainless steel vehicles. There's not many on the market. You know, the last one I remember being this popular, and I don't even remember it, was the DeLorean, right? That was around before me. So we're not quite sure, but I suspect that things will be okay. Just probably going to take a little bit more elbow grease when it comes to getting the film off the car and maybe cleaning up some leftover adhesive. So those are the 5 things that we think you should know if you're thinking about wrapping your Cybertruck. And we encourage you to do so. Wrapping your Cybertruck is going to make you stand out from the crowd even more than you already do, but it's going to allow you to show your personality. So many amazing colors to pick from. We had a customer in the shop today booking a Cybertruck, and he was just so overwhelmed with all the color options that it was really hard for him to decide. He liked so many of them. So we encourage you, look around, find the color you like, go to your local wrap shop, or, you know, ship it to us and we'll wrap it for you. But that's all I got for today. Until next time, it's Laced by J5, signing out.